lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing well and having a fantastic new year so far. Even though the circumstances aren't too great, I hope you're doing well. So this week I thought I would bring to you something a little bit different and show you how to curl your hair with straighteners, because not many people know how to do it well, and I've managed to show my mum and my housemate how to do it recently, so I thought why not share my wisdom, knowledge. I don't know, I'm not a hairdresser so I'm not claiming anything, but I've managed to show them how to do it, so I'm hoping I can pass that on to someone else maybe. And who knows, with lockdown happening at the moment, maybe you want to try something different, maybe you want to learn something new, and this might be a good thing to do. Just for reference, I'm using a Cloud9 iron, but I'm not sure if it is in stock still. I got this for Christmas like a good 2 years ago, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter what hair straightener you use, it all does the same thing. Normally I would recommend curling your hair on like a second or third day use of hair, but I've actually gone against that and already showered this morning, so it may not hold as well as normal. I just thought I would share with you this quick dry potion that I use on my hair when I dry my hair. It is the nicest smelling thing, and it makes your hair dry a lot quicker than normal. It's also from Cloud9, I'm hoping you can see that, and it's called the Magical Quick Dry Potion. Obviously you don't have to get this, but I would highly recommend it. It smells so good and you can smell it throughout your hair throughout the rest of the day. It's top notch. Anyway, I am rambling, so let's just get on into it. So firstly, I would go ahead and brush my hair all the way through. It doesn't really matter. Well, I mean, hairdressers will probably say it matters, but I don't think it matters too much on what hairbrush you use. I'm just using, well, this big one. If you see me looking this way, by the way, it's just because my mirror is there so I can actually see that I'm doing the right thing and making sure I am curling my hair the way that I normally would. So next, I section off my hair. Now, I have relatively thin hair, but I have a lot of it, is what my hairdresser says. So I can actually get through my hair relatively quickly. So I only do like 2 sections of hair. However, if you've got thicker hair or longer hair maybe, you might want to do a few more sections. But I'm just going to show you how I personally do it. I like to use my hairband to do it. However, I do have some clips. You can use some clips if you want to. You might feel a bit more professional if you do. But I'm just going to use a regular hairband just for the sake of people who maybe don't actually have those sorts of things at hand. So yeah, a hairband is how it's going to be. And I like to literally just section off the top part of my hair. I think it's called the halo section of your hair, something like that. But I don't really stick to anything in particular. I just kind of like to to grab the top section of my hair like so. Right, and I'm literally just going to shove that into a little bun type situation, and I'm probably going to look like Tinky Winky. Right, so next I will take the back of my hair and I will literally section it into 2, and I will make sure that I've got nothing else on the back of my neck, so everything is 100% down at the front, so I know what I have to curl. This is what it looks like from the back, by the way. As you can see, I've got no hair left on my neck, it's all just brought to the front. Alright, so before I actually turn my flat iron on, I'm just going to show you how to do the basics. First of all, I like to grab a little section like this, not too big, not too small, but if you want to go for maybe larger, looser curls, you can grab a little bit more of hair. If you want to go for tighter curls, I'd grab a little bit less, and it will just make it more of a ringlet. So what I like to do is I like to grab my flat iron and I literally place my hair in the center of it. Now make sure that it stays on this heated pad. Obviously it's not turned on right now, don't worry. I'm not going to burn my hand. Hopefully you can see what I am on about. Just make sure that it is staying on there throughout the whole time of you bringing your hair down and through it, because otherwise it might not all curl and might be a lot looser. Obviously it's not on right now, so it's not going to curl, but just to show you for reference, I put my flat iron between it, I clamp it down like this. Then, especially for the front sections, I'll go into a little bit more detail in a second, but I will drag it away from the face like so. And I will grab this section. You don't necessarily have to, it doesn't make any difference, this is just me personally. And then I drag it down almost in like a 45-degree angle sort of situation. So dragging it down, it means that it's actually going to be a bit more of a looser, beach wavy type hair. Whereas if I bring the flat iron out straight, it's going to make it a lot more of a ringlet. All right, now that that's actually heated up, let's give this a go. So like I said, I'm going to drag it away from the face, almost like a 45-degree angle, bringing it down, and hopefully that will make it a little bit looser. Oh, okay, so that's the first one. Now, once I have curled it, I also like to kind of twist it and just make sure that it actually stays in place. So for the next section, also because it's relatively close to my face with it being in front of my ear, I'm also going to drag this one away from the face and twirl it around like that. So next I am going to actually curl it into the face. So I like to do it so my curls are different, just so then the curls don't actually lock up and stay all together. It gives it a little bit more of a natural look as well, but obviously you don't have to, you can do it all the way from the face. That's just my iron saying that it is turning off automatically because I've been talking for too long. So wonderful. Lovely. So that's a little bit more of the style that I'm kind of going for, but for the rest of the hair. So a lot looser, a lot longer, yeah. So now I'm just going to do the rest of the bottom half of my hair, and each time I grab a new section I'm going to do it in different directions just to add a little bit more dimension to the hair. This also makes sure that it doesn't actually make your curls lock into place when you brush it through. The next section of my hair. Now, like I said before, I'm going to make sure that all of the hair that is framing my face is going away from my face. Shush! And just a little tip as well, when you do bring your flat iron slash straighteners, make sure that you don't do it too quickly because else you're probably not going to get much of a curl from it. And just also please make sure that you don't do it too slowly, that it's going to actually burn your hair off. Just as a little tip. I mean, you probably know that already, but you know, I'm just making sure. Oh, that was, my thumb just clicked. Is that even possible? I didn't even realise that was a thing. So personally, when I curl the bottom half of my hair, I actually like to make sure that this section is relatively flat and it's actually more curly towards the end, just to actually bring the length into my hair a little bit more, just because, yeah, I just like to add a little bit more dimension. But the top half I will curl a little bit tighter just to make it a little bit more voluminous. All right, so now the bottom half of my hair is done, I like to just make sure that everything is at the front so I can make sure that I can see whether there are any straight bits in my hair, which I don't believe from the looks of it that there are at the moment. Again, just make sure on the back of your neck that there aren't any loose hairs running around, because no. Once that is done, I like to grab another bobble and literally bring all of this hair and to I'm really sorry if that wobbled then, I've literally just kicked the stand. Yeah, and bring all of it to the back of my head. Now, I put the bobble in relatively loosely, but because it's all just been curled, it should all be okay. And it will stay in place. Alright, so hopefully you can see that I've just popped all of the curly parts of my hair all in this little bobble at the back, which means that I can now take off this top section and don't have to worry about any of the curly bits getting in the way. So I actually want to show you for reference just what my housemate and my mum were doing with their hair before I taught them how to curl their hair with this straightener. So you might be able to see whether you're doing the same thing and if maybe that's why it's going wrong. So they used to grab a section like this and they used to go outwards and bring it in. I'll show you what I mean and maybe you can see. So they used to bring it out like this and then under like this and just drag it out, which as you can see is kind of done it, but it's left quite a massive kink in it and it's not the nicest of curls, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, maybe you're doing the same thing and maybe that's where you're going wrong as well. And hopefully this can help you do it the right way. So again, grabbing the front section and dragging it away from the face. And like I said before, I'm going to make sure that this top section is a lot more voluminous. So I'm actually going to curl it a little bit tighter from the root this time. Because I like these bits to be a little bit more curly as well, I do clamp on a little bit harder. And again, I'm gonna switch directions of the curls as I do this. So I believe that is the whole of the top section done. So I'm gonna turn this off a second. Cool, and I'm gonna take out the bottom half of this section and bring that all around the front. And great, so that is my hair. You can leave it here if you want to, but I am gonna run my fingers through it and just actually, you know, get it to look a little bit more natural just by running my hands through. You know, toss your hair around, do what you want. And I'm also going to brush through it again once more just to make it that little bit more luscious. So obviously if you want to, you can put hairspray into your hair, but to be honest, my hair actually does the complete opposite with hairspray and loosens a lot more when I put hairspray in, whereas when I don't, my hair actually stays put. So I don't know what's wrong with my hair, but that's my situation. But I know a lot of people do like to put hairspray in their hair just to keep the curls in shape. Now, just because it's been lockdown and I haven't had my hair dyed in a long time, my roots are super dark. So just to add a little bit more brightness into my hair, and also I feel like it adds a little bit more volume. I could be wrong, but I don't know, maybe it's just a psychological thing. But I'm also going to use my dry shampoo. Also smells really good, so you can't really go wrong. Right, my lovelies, so that is my curly hair with a straightener / flat iron complete. I really hope this has helped you even the tiniest little bit. Please let me know down below if you've given it a go and whether it's worked well for you and whether I have actually helped you a little bit. And please give this video a thumbs up if this has helped at all. I hope you have a great rest of your day and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye!